cron jobs run silently in the background, and when one fails, the first question every operator asks is, where did the output go? Think of cron observability as detective work. Your job is knowing where to look. Cron doesn't keep its own log file. Every job lifecycle event is handed off to syslog, and where syslog writes it depends on your distro family. RHEL, CentOS, and Fedora route cron events to /var/log/cron, a dedicated file. Debian and Ubuntu mix them into /var/log/syslog alongside other system logs. Learn your distro family. Check the right file. Once you know the file, you filter. On Debian and Ubuntu systems, grep cron against /var/log/syslog to pull only the cron entries out of the noise. On RHEL family systems where the file is already cron only, narrow further by your username to focus on your jobs. 2 grep invocations, 2 fast clues. By default, cron emails any stout and stare output from a job to the local mailbox of the cron tab owner. That's a hidden channel many operators never look at. To silence it, set MAILTO to an empty string. To redirect to a team alias, set MAILTO to an email address. 2 values, 2 destinations. The cleanest channel is a log file you control. Append a redirection at the end of any cron tab line, with 2 greater than signs to append rather than overwrite, and 2 and 1 to merge stare into stout. Now both normal output and errors land in your file, in order every run. 3 channels, 1 job. Syslog is the transport. It records what ran and when owned by the system. MAILTO is the email channel. It delivers stout and stare to a mailbox, built into cron by default. The file redirection is your file channel. Append 2 and 1 to capture both streams into a path you choose. Pick one, combine them, but know which is which. Cron is the Linux job scheduler, and verifying where it writes its logs is a routine sysadmin check. In this walkthrough we'll locate the cron log files, confirm that grep is available for log searching, list any existing cron tab entries, and stamp the session with a timestamp. Each scene mirrors exactly what you'd see if you ran the command yourself. The first move is clear, which scrolls the viewable region and resets the cursor to the top of a fresh blank screen. Nothing about the system changes. No files move, no processes start. It simply gives us a clean canvas. With the terminal wiped, every subsequent command, and its output becomes easy to read. Now we check whether the dedicated cron log file exists at /var/log/cron. The /dev/null redirection swallows any no such file or directory error, so we get a clean pass/fail signal. If the file exists, its name is printed. If not, nothing appears, and either outcome tells us something real about the system. Next, we probe /var/log/syslog, which on Debian family distributions is the catch-all log where cron events are often merged. Again, 2/dev/null keeps the output tidy by suppressing errors. Seeing the file listed confirms syslog is active and writing entries that may include cron lines we can search later. Before we try to search log files, we need to confirm grep is actually installed and resolvable on the path. Which grep prints the full path to the executable, or nothing if it can't be found. Getting \usr/bin/grep means our log inspection commands will work as expected. Cron tab. L lists every scheduled job for the current user. If the user has no cron tab installed, the command prints no cron tab for user, which is itself a valid and common result. This tells us whether scheduled tasks exist that we might want to correlate with log entries later. The date command prints the system clock, anchoring the session in time, so any log timestamps we cite later have a reference point. It also confirms we have a working shell with access to core utilities. The output includes day, date, time zone and year, everything needed to correlate with cron log entries. Finally, we echo a completion marker to confirm the shell is responsive, and to clearly delimit the end of the tour. This is a sanity check more than a diagnostic. If the string prints, the shell is healthy and the session is complete. That's the full inspection. Log locations checked, grep verified, cron tab reviewed, and the session timestamped.